Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. Okay, this time I saw it turn off. So I was just talking about the fact that I'm focusing on nutrition and getting moving again and all of that. I'm not worried, I'm not focused on weight loss. And yes, it would be great if I lost enough to help my knees not hurt, but I have to do low impact exercises, which means I've got a recumbent bike, I can swim, and I can walk. I mean, those are, 3 things I can do. So, and I love Tai Chi. If I could get myself strong enough to where I wouldn't feel like I fall, and I have fallen several times, and when your knees are so bad, your knees just go out. So I have to be really careful with Tai Chi. But that would be something I would love to do again. So, and not for the spiritual side of it, just for the exercise part of it. All right. This is it. This is my week planned of vegetarian to vegan cooking. Everything here is vegan. If I'm out and about and I have to eat out, like last night my sweet honey took me to the brand new Schlotzsky's in her town because it was a big deal. And it was really nice. I have to say, this is a cut above most regular Schlotzsky's. They label it an Austin Schlotzsky's. So it is really hip on the inside, nice seating, incredible service, and then they have a whole patio outside that's just gorgeous. And so, I mean, they just built it very well. It is on a busy road, but it is very nicely done. So, and my husband and I, as we walked out, I said, we should have eaten outside. And he goes, yeah, I didn't think about that. And I said, me either. So anyways, but long story short, when we went out to eat, he told me, oh, they have a veggie sandwich. And I went in and they had cheese on it. So I noticed that they had avocado on another sandwich. So I'm going to ask next time, though I'm sure the bread has egg in it. I'm hoping not, but it probably does. I'm going to ask for all the veggies, avocado, and whole wheat bread, because it comes with whole wheat. So that's a perfect meal. And then they also had on the side, they had pickled red onion slivers and spicy pickles I can't eat, but my husband can, regular pickles. And there was something else that you could top your sandwich with, or you could just get it and put it on your plate and eat it. So I thought it was really kind of nice. So, yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, we don't go out to eat very often, and he's a huge Schlotzsky's fan, so it was like, yay. And we kind of did it to the best of our, and we just got water with lemon. They had fresh lemon, so that worked out perfect. So this is my plan, and this is what I'm going to strive for, and it's not going to be perfect, and I'm going to do my very best. And that's all you can do, guys. Just try your very best. There are going to be Oreo days where I was sharing in the first, I think at least, video that, yeah, Oreos are vegan. Doesn't mean they're good for you. But, we live near Austin, and there's tons of vegan pastry shops. And I was talking to my gastro, and I said, yeah, you can be a fat vegan, man. And he started laughing, and I said, seriously, you can be. I mean, especially up here in Austin. I said, evidently, there's all these vegan pastry shops, and I never want to know where they are. And I never want to eat anything from there because I never want it. I never want to want it. You know what I mean? So, anyways, but you can look at this as a burden, or you can look at it as a blessing. And I was just texting with a friend of mine who took me to a vegan restaurant up in Austin some weeks back. It was my first real get away from it all. A few moments. I didn't give up work the whole day, but I did for part of the day, and it was fantastic. We even went to Trader Joe's afterwards, and I asked the waitresses, our waitress was a doll, and I said, I can taste this, that, and the other, and this. What else is in that? And she was so sweet. She'd tell me. And my friend was like, how'd you get her to do that? And I said, well, I figured out most of it, and then I was trying to figure out what I'd missed. And, it was really simple recipes, too. I got it was a faux bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. And I think it had avocado, it had vegenaise on it, which is just vegan mayonnaise, or whichever one is vegan. And it was super easy. You just take your tofu, you marinate it in a little bit of Bragg's aminos, and sesame oil. That was it. And then they cook it in I think a convection oven, she said, that kind of dries it out a little bit. Voila. You have a BLT that it was on whole wheat bread, and you have it, and it tastes like bacon, and it's not shoe leather, and it's got actual like protein in it. It was fantastic. I told my girlfriend, I was like, oh my gosh, I would never normally sit and eat the whole sandwich, and I couldn't eat the whole sandwich, but I like didn't last long before I got through the second half of it. I wrapped it up, took it in my car, and it was my snack that afternoon. So there are places you can go, ask, be super polite, don't demand, and I just, like, I asked what the coleslaw recipe was, and so she gave me that, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it was so easy. And my girlfriend was like, how did you get that? And I said, well, I mean, I told her, I was just like I normally am. I always try to talk to the waitresses, look them in the eye, waiters, I mean, I want to bless them in their day always. And I always say, how was your day? And I always ask that. Checkout lines, the grocery store, restaurants, wherever I'm at, I always try to say, how are you doing today? And because usually they don't get asked that. And then, it just happened that we started talking about the recipes and she shared them. So some people protect their recipes, some people don't. They just share because they're in it for the same goal, nutrition. And especially in vegan restaurants usually. So just always, tell them to cut back on the oil or cut back on the salt, whatever that you're sensitive to, and just let them know. And they'll always work with you. And, I always read the recipe, or I read the menu, pardon me, before I get there, so I kind of have an idea of what I can eat, what I can't eat, because I can't do all the spicy stuff. And I always make sure to say, this isn't spicy, right? It doesn't have like hot sauce in it. And, they always give me an answer, no, no, no. So I just take time for that. So anyways, there are some tips and hints. Because I don't eat much oil, anything that is cooked in oil in a restaurant, I really can barely even eat it anymore. And so I sometimes tell them, I always try to say little to no oil if possible. And also, can I salt myself? And usually if they're not using Bragg's, then I'll say, can I salt myself? Or aminos, Bragg's liquid aminos, or the soy sauce, any of those, I'm just like, or can I salt myself? And they're usually pretty good about that. And yeah, those are my tips. So, all right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this 3 videos. I'm so sorry, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And please go back to part 1 and part 2. And if you like those, give them thumbs ups. I'm trying to figure out, this is a big part of my my life, and so I want to bring it to the channel. If you also are interested, I'm reworking my blog that I've had for many, many years, Healthy Living for Him, the number 4him.com. And the reason, I think it's .com, it may be WordPress.com, I gotta go back and look. And the reason why is I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And I would like to focus on my nutrition, and I would like to focus on my crafting and planning. Those are the things I kind of want to bring to this channel. So I don't want to shoot off and have a separate one. I don't want you to see my before and after pictures. It's just never good at this point in my life. And I don't want us to weigh ourselves against each other. I don't want you to say, well, I'm only 5 pounds over, but I'm way overweight. Because people who feel like they're 5 pounds over and they feel like they're way overweight, I totally get it. I would love to be 5 pounds over, but I'm also thankful that I'm where I'm at. I did gain weight during the loss of our 2 family members, just from the sheer stress of it, from the sheer, not being able to get good food, sitting in hospitals 24/7, literally 7, 8 days, sometimes 5 days, it just depends. Sometimes I got to come home, get a shower, and eat and go back, because my husband would come and trade out with me for like an hour, give me a couple of hours off. And boy, did those meals taste fantastic. It's odd to say, but when you're in a hospital food isn't always like the most nutritious. So some are great, some aren't. And I've been to them all, it feels like, lately in the last many years. So, but I wanted to share with you this part of my world. And when I get that blog really up and running again, I will list it below. It is the one blog I've had for many, many years, and it really shows the transition of our diet in our eating. And when I say diet, I don't mean like the diet I'm on. I'm just talking about the way we eat. So, and I hate the word diet. I do. I'm that girl because I was dropped off at Weight Watchers at 10 years old. So you know, and I know, I was on every weird diet under the sun as a kid. And I really wasn't even that heavy of a kid. I think it didn't help the problem. I think it really kind of hurt the problem. So anyways, so when I had my children, and you know, 2 of our children are biological, 1 is adopted, and one of them was always thin, 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 and then gained weight later. College did it. Literally, college did it. And then the other one was heavy as a baby, literally 90 percentile on height and weight, you know, weighed more at 10 weeks than our first child weighed at 2 years. And that child thinned way, 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 way down, and was actually kind of almost too skinny, and then has, you know, filled out nicely, and, you know, normal weight. And I had a really good doctor ask me one time, what did you do? Why do you not have weight problems in your children? And you know, did you like, were you really mean, you know, were you really strict? And I said, no. I said, actually, it was the opposite. My kids knew where the healthy snacks were. They could have the healthy snacks. There were times we got off the reservation and had chocolate or whatever, you know, but we just tried not to go crazy. And I just taught them to like good food. And I think that was good, you know, and he was like, no, you did it right. You didn't restrict them. They didn't become overweight. He said, you know, that's fantastic. So he said, you broke that cycle. And I said, yeah, I hope so. You know, for their sake, I hope the cycle's been broken. So anyways, but I still am in this cycle, so I got to figure out how to work it for me, and what works for my body. So again, I'm going to say this one last time. You do not have to be vegetarian or vegan to be healthy, quote unquote. You just need to eat good whole foods, real foods. Processed foods are easier on people like me with tummy issues, but they are not good for my body in the long run. They are horrible on my arthritis. They are horrible on my immune system. So whole foods is where all the nutrition is, and that's where I try to focus. I really try to focus. And if I'm out and I'm starving, I will either run in a grocery store and buy a pre-cut fruit salad, because cantaloupe floats my boat. I could eat it all day long. Any kind of like melon salad all day long. I just make a point, or I'll even like go into Starbucks and buy a banana. Buy a banana. You know, it's $1. Yeah, it's a pricey banana, but it's cheaper than the other snacks, you know. So anyways, those are just some tips. Again, I don't have this 100%. I'm not a skinny mini. When you guys see my, you know, my one-on-one video where I'm sharing what's been going on, you're going to see I'm not a skinny mini. But these are just some of the things I've learned over time. And if you have ideas, please give them back. Share them with all of us. Put them in the comments section. Send me an email. I will read it on this part of the week. I will share your recipes if you would like. I will share your recipes on my website or my blog, but I will give you all the credit. I will not take your credit. It will be your credit that you will receive. I think we should do nothing but encourage each other, and that's what this channel is all about. So whatever you guys are doing that's working, please feel free to share. If I don't put it on the blog, do not be offended. It'll just be that I'll have so many. Anyways, and but who knows, maybe one day I'll get to it. So, all right, guys, most importantly, I pray that your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that bell button next to it, and you know, that'll just notify you of new things coming up on the channel. And share this if you would like. Feel free. Share these videos with whoever you'd like. That's great. And finally, again, blessed, creative, and lovely day. I thank you so, so, so much for stopping by. I love that you guys are interested in this. If you're not, I totally understand. Skip this video. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Only watch what sounds good to you. All right, guys. I'll be talking to y'all soon. You guys have a great day. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.